Pero si lo pides eso puede cambiar en solo un momento. Si tú quieres puedo estar adentro. Mami, es que tú me encantas. A ti yo te rezo mi santa. Una diabla como baila, ninguna en la disco te alcanza. No, 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 es que tú me encantas. A ti yo te rezo mi santa. Una diabla como baila, ninguna en la disco te alcanza. No, no,
touch on my body feel like ecstasy. No other person, only you I see. My daily dose of the vitamin C. Now only you I need. Love for the bed every time that it goes down. I feel the love, why I don't need no closure. You feeling down, baby, come let me hold ya. Would you come let me hold ya? Love for the bed every time that it goes down. I feel the love, why I don't need no closure. You feeling down, baby, come let me hold ya. Would you come let me hold ya?
tú me encantas. A ti yo te rezo mi santa. Una diabla como baila, ninguna en la disco te alcanza. No, 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 es que tú me encantas. A ti yo te rezo mi santa. Una diabla como baila, ninguna en la disco te alcanza. No, no. Castígala, dale lo que pide. Estamos en la zona que nada se prohíbe. Dale duro pa' que nunca se olvide. Castígala, castígala. Me envió una foto por texto, que me espera sin nada puesto. Ok, baby, escucha el concepto. Tú miras con las nalgas para y las manos cruzadas que parezco un arresto. Ese toto me hizo un himno, sí. Mis pensamientos de ti están compuestos cuando repetimos la dosis. Ah, esto es sin dejarnos ver. A ti ninguna te puede frontear, porque nunca la dejas caer. Dime cuándo nos vamos a encontrar. Como viste te quiero romper. Todavía no me voy a acostar. Pa' esperar que me tires al ser. Vamos a tener sexo. En el cuarto cae un diluvio. Otra vez te viene, cada vez más yo te estudio. Y antes que salga el sol me quedo pa' darte lo tuyo. Los dos bien bellacos, calentamos más que un julio. Castígala, dale lo que pide. Estamos en la zona que nada se prohíbe. Dale duro pa' que nunca se olvide. Castígala, castígala. La nota explota. Yo no sé qué pasaba, tuve que agarrarme de ti fuerte. Baila hasta donde llegaba, sorry. Fue la nota o la noche, pero yo no me quitaba, sorry. Si yo nunca me envuelvo, pero tú estás complicada.
Todo está bien, no te tienes que estresar. A ti yo sola no te dejaré. Me enchulé la primera vez que la vi. Me enamoré cuando con ella bailé. Desde hace rato se quería pegar. Puse de espalda contra la pared. Y si yo bajo, sabes que le haré. Tú quieres, mami. Se le viran los ojos. La miro y se relambe. El pinta labios rojo. Esa cintura suelta. Baby, si yo te cojo, te subo a la altura. Tú dime y te recojo. Ella a manejar me dejó. Siempre se va a sentir cuando un lugar llegue yo. Yo estaba coronando desde que era menor. Por foto se ve bien, pero de frente mejor. Se dio un par de copas de más. Del pino tinto me pidió pausa cuando iba por el quinto. Le di una vuelta por el barrio con la quinco. Ellos cuando me ven de frente quedan trinco. Sola la hace, sola la paga. De otra la que se apaga. Está llamando mi atención porque quiere que le haga. Tú quieres, mami. Se le viran los ojos. La miro y se relambe. El pinta labios rojo. Esa cintura suelta. Baby, si yo te cojo, te subo a la altura. Tú dime y te recojo. Esa falda chiquitita, ay qué bonita te queda. Yo la veía todos los días, ahora es cuando se pueda. Y de la uni yo la saco hasta donde se hospeda. Y las demás que sigan envidiando, por eso no prospera. Ese culo pone a las demás inseguras. Ella a mí me desconfigura. Mezcla lo sensual, la calle y la finura. Cuando quiere no disimula. Hoy va pa' la calle, se bebe y se fuma. Quiero un tipo que la presuma. Su burri heavy, güey, el jacuzzi con espuma. Chingando, escuchando a Peso Pluma. Esa falda chiquitita, ay qué bonita te queda. Yo la veía
Yo, guys, real quick. We're live. I just bought gold. I'm in gold buys real quick. We might get a little scalping setup here. Might just be a little scalping session today. Let's see. I just entered gold buys, literally. Remember what I said last night? You never know. One of these sessions we could jump on and I'm in a trade. Or one of these sessions we have to wait a bit. But yo, yeah, we're jumping into it real quick today. Bang, bang, boom. What's good? Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat before we get started here. I didn't even check the audio. Audio should be good. Hopefully we're good. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I wrote in the chat. Literally just bought gold. Maybe a little scalp here. I'll explain why too. We got a lot of stuff to talk about on this session though. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat real quick. We're about to get started here. London session's loading. And yeah, for those wondering, these are the times I'm going to be live over the next 60 days. I'm going to be live London session. I'm not going to try to stay on too long today so I can be up for New York. I've been adjusting my sleep schedule for this. Yesterday I slept for like 4 hours, honestly. It is what it is. But yeah, I jumped in that trade real quick. I was kind of seeing it a little bit before I got in this session. Might be just a little scalping trade. I wrote in the chat. Need new tires? You need new tires? All right, I got you this week, all right? I'll make sure you get some new tires. I got you. I'll help you get some new tires for your car. I got you. Oh, let's not talk about tires. My girl. Shit, let's not even talk about tires. Oh, man. Yeah. This girl hit 2 potholes in a row. This girl drove over 2 potholes in a row the other. Oh, man. Guess who has to pay for that? Oh, yeah. 2 potholes. Let's not talk about tires. Rolls Royce tires. I was just there. Oh, you need new tires? Yeah, we just got new tires. Oh man. Already. Talk about that. Hey man, it's all good. We'll make the new tires today. Let's see if we can make some new tires on this session, all right? Frickin' what's his name? JB. JB needs some new tires, all right? Let me know if you guys can hear me. What's good? We got Switzerland in the house. Yo, Switzerland. Good morning, Switzerland. Where's everybody tuning in from? Toronto, yo. What's that street? What was the street? Was it Davenport? No. Was it Davenport? What street was it? It's terrible. This girl will be driving and I'll be like, oh, never mind. It's funny. I mean, a Rolls Royce is like a boat, so it's like, you should see this girl when she's driving it sometimes. It's like looking, oh, it's funny. Toronto potholes, if you know, you know. Germany, what's good, Germany? We got Germany in the house, Australia, Switzerland. You might know the road I'm talking about. UK, but I'm in gold buys real quick. Might be a quick little scalping setup here. Was anybody here last night? We were live about 24 hours ago. I want to see kind of if in this hour we can get a bullish close here. I want to see if we get a bullish close here. We're trading around the 41.25 level, which is a key psychological level for gold. 41.25. 25s. So you can see here we got 41.25. So 25s. For those who do not know, that's a psychological level. But yeah, this session a little bit different than how we started yesterday's session. As you can see, that's why I said like showing up to the market at the same times. It could be different on days. One day you might have to wait 90 minutes till you enter a trade. Like yesterday, if anybody was on yesterday's stream, some of you guys got off before you saw me took a trade yesterday. Actually, some of you guys got off before you got even to see me take a trade yesterday on gold. Let's go from yesterday. So I'll show you since yesterday. This is so far my week. Light week so far, nothing crazy. $1,400. A little bit over $1,400 for the week. Nothing crazy. That's what I made yesterday though. So that was in a day. $1,400 for the day. That's a good day. I'll take it. Light day. Light day at work. Didn't even have to really try. I showed you guys too. Yeah, some of you guys would have got off. Some of you guys might have got off before you even saw me take this trade. Some of you guys might have been on. Still yesterday, I took a trade live yesterday when we were on stream. Literally like a bit over 24 hours ago, because I was streaming yesterday for like, I think 2 hours. Yesterday was a 2-hour stream, and I had to wait 90 minutes before I took that trade. That trade right there, the sell on gold, was a light trade. Or no, it's this one. Yeah, it's this one here, the 707. So that trade, I literally waited 90 minutes yesterday. Some of you guys were on there with me. I'm fixing the Discord right now. I just set up some bots, some auto mods. I gotta make sure there's no scammers. I'm fixing Discord right now. Yeah, I'm fixing Discord right now, by the way. So that's why I was a little bit low. Like, not late. I wouldn't say late. Fixing Discord at the moment. So these freaking scammers are just... We're at 83%. I'm fixing things right now for Discord, because, yeah, these scammers are freaking annoying. These freaking Discord scammers are freaking annoying. It was at 40% before, so the last, like, 30 minutes I spent on this. Now it's at 83% security. Still got some things to do. I got a couple last things to do on this. And, yeah, this is... And I got to get back to Me 6, too. I got a couple things I got to do on Me 6 here as well. But, yeah, I got some stuff going on. I'm going to organize Discord today, fix Discord up a bit today, because I know it's kind of annoying with these freaking people. I changed my username, and you'll be able to notice mine's eCabs official. I changed my username. But yeah, I'm fixing some stuff right now with Discord. It was at 40% before, so it's at 83%. There should be way more security now in Discord. But yeah, I'm in gold buys, light trade right now. Maybe I'll add to it. We'll see. We're in an area where it could get a little bounce from here if this 1 hour closes bullish. Right now, it's like a good scalping trade. But yeah, anyone who was here last night, type in the chat if you were here last night. Let me know if you were here last night. Type in the chat for me if you were here last night. Let me know if you were here last night. If you were here last night on this session we did. Maybe some of you guys were here. Let me know. Some of you guys, there was a lot of people here last night, but I realized like a good amount of people got off before I took the trade, and it's just like, I mean, patience is key. I can't always guarantee like when there's gonna be a trade, but I can guarantee like around what times there's gonna be a trade, more likely. The likelihood of when a trade is gonna present itself, more likely. We can kind of narrow windows of time in the day, because we had like 600 people on last night, but by the time I took the trade, there was only like 120 people on. Actually, we had 600 people tune in last night. But by the time I took the trade last night, most people got off by the time I took the trade. If you got in gold, we're up like 20 pips already. Ish. This could be a good scalping trade. If you want to make some scalping money, this might be a good scalping trade. If this 1 hour closes bullish, the next 1 hour should go up. All right, so the next 60 days, I'm going to be showing you guys live trading. I'll be sending signals in between too, here and there. But yeah, really focus on live trading this next 60 days so I can develop a routine, a structured routine. When I'm sending signals, I don't really have to show up to sessions. I can be like anywhere, anytime. So I'm developing more of a structured routine. So the next 60 days, it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to the schedule, because I have to rearrange my sleep for these sessions now, so I can be awake for New York session. That's kind of just going to be the hardest part, is being awake for New York session. We're up like 30 pips. If you got in gold, we're up like 30 pips already. Oh, 40 pips ish. There's your tires, yo. That might be one tire. I don't know. You said JB said he needs new tires. I don't know. I know how much my tires cost. I don't know how much regular. I don't know my. Maybe that's I don't know. Close to a tire. How much is a tire? I'm not talking about Rolls Royce tires either. Don't worry, I got you. If you need new tires, that's all you had to tell me. If you need new tires, like let me know what you guys need. If you need new tires, or if you're just like need some food or groceries, or even if you're trying to buy a car. Like one of my students bought a car this year. I have a student who literally bought a car, a brand new car. Let me show you. Where's he at? He might be on this session. I don't know if he's on this session, but bro, Mar Trades. He brought a brand new car this year. Bro bought a brand new car. Like, look at that thing. That thing looks brand new. It literally looks brand new. That's one of my students in the inner circle. I interviewed him today, actually. I actually interviewed him today. He brought a brand new car. And look at his payouts. There's some of his payouts. 17,000, 4,000. 24,000, 20,000, 20, 44, plus 17, 54, 60. He's up like $80,000 this year from trading in the last like 6-7 months. Oh my God, I hate that freaking meme. Look what social media has done to us. Can't even say 6-7 anymore. Freaking hell. In the last 7 months, I'm going to say 7. He's up $80,000. He works a full-time job. I interviewed him today, and he said the best part of the inner circle is just the knowledge. He said he's been trading for 2 years, made no money. He's made money. He's made more money in the last 6-7 months. Oh my gosh, I said it again. I literally interviewed him. See, we had an interview today. Guy's up 80 racks, 80,000. He was able to buy a new car. Crazy. He might be on this session. I don't know. Or maybe he likes Tokyo session. He told me. So a lot of you guys saying, I have proof now because I interviewed a student. The interview is going to come out on YouTube. You guys will get the full rundown. It'll help you guys out. But some of you guys say, oh, Evan, I can't trade New York session. He doesn't even trade New York session. He trades. He says most of his money comes from Tokyo session with gold. So some of you guys say, I can't trade London. I can't trade New York because I work. Bro just focuses on Tokyo. He literally told me that today. That was one of the things that I was like, damn. Gold, let's see, what time is it? 36. So if this candle closes bullish, next candle should go up. But yeah, like I said, like every session might be different. Like yesterday, right when I jumped on, everybody was asking me, are we buying, are we selling? And I was like, I don't know. We're just chilling. We don't have a trade yet. But yesterday, I took a trade on the stream, just like I'm taking a trade right now. But notice this one's in the beginning of the stream. Yesterday, it took 90 minutes to take the trade. 90 minutes. So most people are looking for like 5-minute answers sometimes. Like, 5-minute answers in a profession that sometimes takes hours to find trade setups or even days to wait. Sometimes you got to wait hours at times to even find trade setups. So it's like time of the day. Time of the day is we can sort of angle ourselves around times of the day where we know the market's likely to set up. Give us maybe an entry point, maybe give us a setup. You go to those times 5 days a week, right? One day you might have to wait an hour till it's like there's a good entry. Or maybe 2 hours, maybe 90 minutes. Last night I waited 90 minutes before I took that trade in front of you guys. 90 minutes. Again, I made $700 after that. Some people, again, like I'm not going to be, not to be rude here, but if you're willing to work 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, 12 hours a day for your paycheck at work, but you can't wait 1 hour on the chart, 2 hours on the chart, you don't have patience then, right? Think about it. We go to work, right? We go to work, we work 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day at our job, a job that we hate, most people. Trading, you need to have that ability to have some patience to say, okay, like, if there's not a setup now, let me wait till I see a setup, right? Until I see maybe an entry or something I can react on. In this moment, there's, something to react on here. There's a little thing to react on here, right? Let's say if we jumped on 2 hours ago, maybe we would have been in this same trade waiting for it, though. Maybe this setup, we jumped on an hour ago, but it's here right now. If this candle closes bullish, next candle should go up. So, I mean, most of the time I get on sessions, it's really just about showing up every day, kind of around the same time as gold. So for those of you guys that want to be gold traders, right? Gold is very diverse. I would say it's very versatile, meaning there isn't just one time of the day in the sense of when it moves. Like I just said, I just interviewed a student who bought again, this is proof right here. This is my student. He's been in the inner circle now. He's tried other stuff. He's done other things before inner circle, and it didn't work out for him like the inner circle. But all that stuff gave him knowledge. Like most of you guys have taken other courses. You've had other academies. You've watched videos. All that stuff gave you general knowledge. The inner circle is the cherry on top. That's what you need to put everything together. Oh, there we go. Let's go, gold. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm kidding. I'm not. We need some fucking tires, yo. That's our weekly goal. New weekly goal? Tires. That's it. That's the weekly goal. Gold's in profit, 50 pips. Oh. Ooh. See what I mean? I said this last night too, because there were some people who were like, Evan, take a trade. And I was like, guys, wait. I even said last night, I said, guys, there's going to be some sessions where I jump on and we get right into a trade. And I said, guys, there's going to be some sessions where we have to wait. Look, I'm already up $200. And how long have I been on for? I've been on for like 15 minutes. Maybe like 23. I've been streaming 23 minutes, but I had the countdown for like 5 minutes. You see? I told you guys last night. Patience. I told you guys. I literally said, because I know the market. I wouldn't say stuff like that to you guys if I didn't know myself and I didn't have enough experience going on the charts every single day. Last night, I literally said, guys, there's going to be days we jump on and there's going to be a setup right away. Or maybe quicker, sometimes slower. That's just trading. That's just the pull of trading. The double-edged sword, Most people want, again, 5-minute answers. I get it. This day and age, I call it the microwave mentality. We live in the microwave age right now. We live in literally the world is a microwave right now. It's spinning faster than ever. I think time is spinning faster than ever right now. And like I said, everybody wants 5-minute answers in a profession, like a skill set. It's a profession. It's a skill set, right? This is a profession, okay? Let's treat it like one. It's a business. It's a profession. It's a skill set. You can get genuinely good at this shit and make $200. I was up $200 there in how long? Without even really trying there, right? Just doing things naturally, showing up. Oh, there's a setup. Let me take it. Bam. All right, guys. That's today's session. I will see you tomorrow. Peace. No. All right, close the trade. We're done. Let me know if you got in that trade. Type in the chat. Type in the chat if you got in the trade. Type in the chat if you got in that trade. I was here last night. I was here. Okay, so one. Let me see who was actually here. Can you make yourself smaller? I'm too big. Damn. Yeah, yo, that's block. Y'all, you guys can't even. Oh my gosh. Great. Jeez. Yeah, I'm way too big. Holy. Can't even see. I'm putting it over here. Yeah, it's way too big. There we go. Is that better? Should be good. Let me see who was here last night. Yeah, I got some shit going on. Don't worry, I'm figuring it out. Yo, I'm figuring it out. I ChatGPT'd it up tonight. I got Wickbot on it. I'm working on it right now. I'm working on it. I was literally just working on that before this session. I was literally just working on it. I probably got to get premium. Well, join raid, it's not like a bunch of people are going to join at once unless I post it on my Instagram story. Oh, $200? Light day at work. If you can average 200 to 300 a day, that's easy. For me to make 200 in a day, 300 in a day, that's easy. That is easy. I can teach. If you want to make 200, 300, if you want to learn how to make a couple hundred a week, that's easy. I can teach you guys how to do that, no problem. Now, if you want to scale to 6 figures, you need to lock in differently. All right? I've had some students who are literally scaling on the way to 6 figures. Mar is one of them here. He literally bought a brand new car. He's got some payouts from his funded accounts. Like, this is a funded account, obviously. This is a funded account. He's got some payouts from there, but look at, this is just like regular broker here. Look at the deposit. He deposited 5,800 and total withdrawals. It's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. And here, look, more withdrawals. Damn. Shout out Mario. Oh, yo, anybody getting gold? Look at it go. Look at it go. See, like, some sessions will be like this. More, bam, get into it. But, like, as a gold trader, gold, you know, Forex, futures, like, you got to be patient. It's not binary options here, guys. You know, if you guys want to trade binary options, we can. And that'll be, like, boom, 5-minute trades, you know? But, no, like, still, like, even this trade, like, could we have bought gold earlier? Like, let's just say we were on 2 hours ago. We might have went and draw down and, you know, might have been able to still see the same setup, but I'm going to be getting on around these hours. Why these hours? Because it's like, you can't always predict when there's going to be a trade. Like, I can't guarantee you guys there's always going to be a trade every session. That's why I'm going to be live every single day, because the more sessions I'm live, the more setups we're going to be able to see, right? The more I go live, the more sessions I'm on, the more setups we're going to be able to see, right? If I go live twice a week, that's not going to give us a lot of setups to see, because some of those sessions, there might not be a trade. So it's better I go live every single day, and we understand some sessions, it might take 30 minutes for a trade. Some it might take 20. Some it might take an hour. Like last night, it literally took 90 minutes before I entered the first trade. So can't guarantee when there's always going to be an exact trade, but I can guarantee around what times there can be something setting up, like around these hours, around the New York hours, like pre-New York, going into New York, or Tokyo session if I stream Tokyo session. But I want to mainly stream London and New York session. Gold just moved up like 70 pips there, 60, 70 pips. Hopefully you guys are able to get in. But yeah, some of you guys were on last night. I was on both lives. Hopefully you took both trades. Not trying to slack. Need to make back all my... Oh. All right, that's not tires. That's... All right. Damn. So, wait, oh. Need to make my family lawyer. All right, someone needs to make tires. Someone needs to make family lawyer. All right, damn, y'all. We were talking about tires, but damn. Family lawyer money. I mean, I don't know, and I'm taking these setups. That's the thing. Like when I'm live trading, I might not have time to send a signal. That's the thing. Like I might not even have time to send a signal. That's the thing. Like when I'm live trading, it's different than sending a signal. Like I don't even think about sending signals when I'm live trading because my energy is here on the trade, on the risk. That's like, I don't even think about it sometimes. Like it's a little bit harder for me to send a signal when I'm live trading, to be honest. Like I forget about it. Like I'm live trading, I'm in the moment. Sometimes sometimes I don't know there's gonna be even a setup, and it's like when I'm here live on the streams, I don't even know there's gonna be a setup sometimes. And I'm here and I'm just like waiting, and then boom, the trade comes and it reacts. By the time like I even see the trade and I'm able to send a signal, like it might have already reacted a lot of times. That's why sometimes I don't send signals on trades that I take live, because it's reacting in the moment. It's here. Like this would have been hard to send as a signal. because I literally entered it now. It was like, now if it's pretty much gone, right? Like, I can try, but I can't guarantee I'm gonna be able to do that for every trade, because man, like, it's a lot. It's a lot of work right there. I can try, but someone needs lawyer money. Damn, yo, what? Yo, what is going on with that? Someone needs lawyer money. I must say, okay, where's your TP? I'll explain in a minute. I must say, it's good to see you're choosing buys. As I just finished all the classroom sessions and markup, I was looking for buys. Damn. Bro. That's proof in the pudding right there. Matthew just finished watching classroom videos. Marked up his chart. See, that's it. That's what it's about right there. You see? That probably makes you way more confident in your trading, seeing the fact that I'm looking at the same thing as you were. That's good. That's the skill set developing right there for you. That's development. That's called development. Yeah, like, I'll try to send the signals when I take these trades, but sometimes it's fast in the moment, and sometimes I don't even know if there's gonna be a trade. It just pops up in the moment. TP. Where would TP go? Let's look at the live chart here for a minute. Where's gold at right now? We still could come to 4,100 this week. I don't know if you guys were here last night. Damn, we took a sell. Like, for those of you guys that were here last night, we took a sell right here. Damn. And it came back to that area. Gee, that would have been a good... I think on the 4 hour, you had sells on the... Wow. That was Tokyo. Tokyo was sells. Damn. TP. Let's see how this hour goes. We want the next hour to push up. I would say 4140. Like, 4140 would be a good TP. I mean, if you're just scalping, it's already up like 50, 60 pips right now. It looks like there was good sells in Tokyo session. I was asleep. I'm going to be sleeping during Tokyo hours, so I can make sure I'm up for London and New York. But yeah, like, I'll try to send the signals out. It might be hard sometimes. Like, some people were really sad at me earlier today. I got some private DMs, and some people are sad I didn't send the signal earlier. There was a good buy earlier, and I got some DMs, and I was just saying, like, guys, I'm sorry. It's just, like, sometimes it's hard. Like, sometimes I'm in the moment. I'm not even thinking about it. When you're taking a trade on this account and you're taking a trade on this account, and then it's like you're kind of scrabbling, like, not scrabbling, but it's like kind of where my energy's at. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I should put like a note here. I gotta have like a note reminding myself. Sometimes I forget when I'm live trading. I'll forget to send signals. That would have been, damn. It looks like there was sells like for Tokyo hours going into it. Break and retest. That's like where I sold last night though. Well, yesterday. I sold right here. So I actually sold right here with you guys. Crazy entry actually. Well, that was a good trade. Last night we were taking sells. Today we're in buys. I think I'm up like $200 right now. About almost. I think if this candle closes bullish, the next candle should go up. There's some things that could happen. Let's say this closes bullish. The next candle could try to wick down back to my entry, and maybe if those of you didn't get in, and we could try to go to like the 4140s. Yeah, since I traded with this earlier, so I'm just keeping the same lot size. Watch, I'll still be able to make money this week with the same lot size, small lot size. Let's say 4140. That could be like a decent TP. Maybe we can go closer to 4140. 4134. I would say like TPs. Because like right now, I think this is good like scalping setup for going into London. If the 1 hour closes bullish, it should go farther. I would say 4134, 4140, and then like 4144. These would be good TPs. Like if you're trying to catch like a bigger move, 4150. It's in profit at the moment. But yeah, this is like trading. Some days you go to the chart and maybe you don't see anything, or maybe there's just not a setup at the moment. Like there's something better to wait for, something to react to. There's times like, when was it? Let me see. YouTube, go to live sessions. It was called London session. Where is it? Live. If you go back to, where's that London session stream? Damn, was this? Where was that stream, or where? I can't find the stream. That's crazy. Was this one? Oh, why did I call it FOMC? FOMC. Wait. Here it is. It might be this one. XAUSD London session here 12 days ago. One of these two. I think it's this one. I literally jumped on and said, guys, I'm selling gold. Yeah, it was this one. I literally jumped on that stream and said, guys, gold sell setup. So that's the thing. Like, I'm telling you, like, there's going to be sessions. If you stay consistent here and you're able to hop on, you're going to see through the year, there'll be a lot of trade setups. You can't just determine things off of one session and be like, that was a boring session. There was no trades, or I had to wait. Because even last night, a lot of you guys jumped off last night before I took the trade. A lot of you guys got off. More than 60% of you guys jumped off last night before I took the trade. Before I entered the trade, before I even like saw like, okay, we got a reaction here, possibly trade. So like, there's sessions like this one 13 days ago. Not a lot of people came on, right? For the amount of people that follow me, we have more people than that in the inner circle. Literally, we have more. We have 423 views. We have more people than that in the inner circle, right? That session, literally, I jumped on. You can see within the first 6 minutes, I'm talking about gold sells. I'm literally entering sells. So, I mean, some days will be different. It's just about consistency, showing up to the market at times where there's volume coming into the market, where things can set up. London session is a common time where gold moves, or where it can set up. Right now, it's created like a low. It's made like this lower low in price. You can see we're kind of getting like a rejection candle. If you look at the 4-hour, it's came to like a decent area here to the left as well. But we have 41.25, right? 41.25. Go $5 below. We got 41.20. So we got a nice area there. 41.25, 41.20 area. That's part of why I got in this trade, was understanding, okay, 41.25, you can see a long wick. Not the longest wick, but you can see this candlestick right here. Create this wick. I like to see those. Oof, come on, gold. Keep going. We need some tires. Someone said they need some lawyer money in the chat. Damn, I don't know what's going on there, but maybe, hopefully, I don't know. Lawyer money for your family. All right. I'm not going to ask. I don't care. I'll just keep it. I'm not going to ask. Maybe it's nothing crazy that I'm thinking. Some people just trying to pay their bills this week, their phone bill, their food bill, their grocery bill, their rent. Someone says they need lawyer money for their family. Some people just want some tires, some new tires, right? I mean, you guys will see in the interview, he's been crushing it, yeah, but he even told me about, I think he said in like February, March, he went through a little rough patch. He had his biggest loss ever. Like, he lost 5K one week. He talks about it. He lost 5K one week. And he went over the psychology of what he did to overcome that. The longer term video will be posted on YouTube soon. I have a video dropping Wednesday. Wednesday, we got a fire video dropping. I interviewed a student who literally made $22,000 last week. I think he's up $33,000 in the last 2 weeks. Not from my signals, guys. A lot of people think from signals. No, from the knowledge, from the information. The knowledge is worth more than the signals. We have a student who's up about $33,000 in the last 2 weeks. I interviewed him yesterday here, or 2 days ago now. I interviewed him, and yeah, here he is. Look at him. He's all happy there, smiling. And some people are like jealous of him. Some people are jealous, thinking he's thinking he has more knowledge than you. Nah, some of you guys, I guarantee you, know more than him. I guarantee you, because he said, honestly, like, I don't know what a fair value gap is. I don't know what smart money is. I don't know what inverse is. These terms. I was interviewing him, and he said, like, there's a lot I don't know. I just focus on whole numbers, rejection candlesticks. That's all he said. I said, so how did you do it, bro? He said, I come on the live sessions every single day. He might be on this live session. He says, I come on the lives every day. If I miss them, I watch the recording as fast as I can. And he says, I just watch whole numbers, rejection candlesticks. Literally the thing I teach every single week, right? Some of you guys think some of these students that are having results have more information than you. No, same information. He's up 33. Last week he made 22,000. The week before that he made 9,000. Yesterday he made 2,500. The guy's gonna be up like 40K in 2 weeks. That is someone's yearly salary. That's someone's 2-year salary. Someone's 3-year salary. That he's about to be up like 40K in 2 weeks. 1 hour close bullish. That's good. That's a good sign. Now we're getting like a retracement from the looks of it. It could come back to the zone. It could come back to this area. You could possibly even close the trade, re-enter. That happens a lot. Scalp into the bigger move, but something like this looks like it could possibly happen. Or when I put a stop loss in a situation like this, well, it's understanding where this becomes invalidated. It's, it's not about 1%, 2%. It's about understanding where this becomes invalidated. This becomes invalidated if it breaks under this low, really, or if it tries to attack this low. It's like, okay, I would really want this low to just hold, right? Where the structure is being made, where the candlestick's rejecting. That's more what it's about, right? It's not about me risking 1%. I'll be way down here. I'm going to add a little bit to my trade as it pulls back. And yeah, I want to see, like I said last night, there was a trade I took last night for sells. There was a break and retest I took right here. So I actually sold gold right here. And now this wasn't using whole numbers, but it was just using price action. This is where I sold gold last night. For anybody who was on here last night, took a sell here on gold, and I got off on stream, and then right when I got off, it kept dropping even more. So I mean, like, where does this become like invalidated is like the question of like this setup, understanding, okay, there's this candlestick that just pushed up. I wouldn't, the low, I'd want this low to overall hold, this structure, this low that was just made here to push up. Break and retest, probably one of the simplest concepts with gold. And we could still look at some other things with gold as well. Like, I'm going to do other analysis. This isn't just everything I'm going to be analyzing tonight. There's a couple more things I want to talk about. We got a lot to talk about here. Looks like there's a 2-hour bullish close there on Oanda. And we got like an area here. You could look to the left. You can see this area here we're trading in. I'm not going to stay on, I'll probably stay on. What time is it? I'll probably stay on for another like 30, 40 minutes here for today's stream. And then New York session. I want to be live for New York session. Once I get the first New York session on the way, the schedule's set in. I just got to get used to this sleep schedule. I'll be sleeping like 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day the next couple months. And that's all you need, like 6 hours, really. I mean, if you're a guy, I think girls need more sleep than guys, to be honest, yeah. If you're a guy, like, girls need more sleep than guys. Facts. That area could bounce. It's coming back to entry. Like I said, I'm still going to hold this. We were just in profit like $200 there. We were up like 70 pips. This is a good time to like layer in the trade. I mean, if you're not in, this is a time you could possibly look at entering. It just came back to 41.25. I just added a bit more to my entry point or my position. And yeah, I'm going to hold this for the next hour to 2 hours. Like when I trade London session and I see a setup, I base the setup on the session. I say, okay, this is what I see right now. I know New York session could have another totally different entry at a different price. So this isn't everything. This isn't everything for me right now. I'm basing it off of, okay, this is the time I see the trade. Let's see how this plays out in the next 2 hours. Because 2 hours from now, it's going to be like 5 a.m. So let's see how this goes in the next hour to two. I can manage my risk in that time. I can say, okay, in the next hour to two, I'm going to manage my trade, manage my risk. I don't have to hold it till stop loss. If in an hour and 2 hours, it doesn't really look like it's doing much, I can take a smaller loss. Showing you guys live trading 101. This is the sessions you guys are going to learn a lot, though, over the next 60 days. Is seeing how I execute, how I operate, how I think. Like how I think when I'm in different experiences, right? Like this might be a totally different experience than maybe New York session today. So the thing with gold is there can be movement or maybe even setups. You might see a different confirmation, different setup to take at a different time. And you could see like as quick as I entered that trade, it went in profit. I could have got out and got back in. I should have done that. I should have closed real quick and got right back in. Could have done that. I had a feeling the next candle was going to come wick down. We'll talk a little bit about rejection candles here on this stream. What is a rejection candlestick? I'm going to go over that in a little bit for you guys. If you go, but yeah, shout out Mar. Look at the car. That just rhymed there. Mar with the car. All right. I got students buying cars. All right. Like, all right. That's fire. That's pretty fire. I bought a car. Thank God, Bitcoin. I bought before Bitcoin crashed. When Bitcoin was in the 90s. I said, fuck this crypto shit. This crypto shit's going down. I'm buying some shit. I'm actually happy I did it because crypto. I'd be holding on to that crypto still. It was like when Bitcoin was at like 98 in the 90s, 98. That's how I sold some. That's how I sold some of my crypto. Was moving it to something. I wish I sold all my crypto. I should have sold all my crypto in August or September, October. I only sold a portion. I only sold a portion of it and bought stuff. Dumbass. Literally. Should have sold all of it last August or September. Literally. It's okay. It's okay. Rejection candles. That's one of the key things you need to learn when you understand trading gold. Price rejection candlesticks. I'm still in the trade. I'm going to be holding it, like I said, for the next 2 hours, regardless of how long I stream. It'll be like a 2-hour trade for me. Probably not going to stream like 3 hours this session. Because again, I want to be kind of early for New York today, right? Rejection could be like, see like these long wicks here. See these long wicks that the market made here? There's long wicks. That's a type of rejection, long wicks that form in the market. You could have longer wicks that grab liquidity, that take out stop losses or make significant moves. Longer candlestick wicks. That's a type of rejection in the market. So I'll circle some right now. Like I'm circling some wicks that sort of stand out to me that are longer. As you can see, you have even up here, look at this long wick that's created at the top there. So you have like long wicks. That's a type of rejection you need to understand in the market. Right here, it actually looks like there was a long wick forming there. That was like a good bout. That if I saw that live, like if I was live on the chart, not gonna lie, right there, like if I saw that live on the chart, I might have been thinking buy. Because of how fast and how it reacts. But you have long wicks, okay? Those form on gold. Hourly chart. 4-hour time frame, 30-minute time frame. Long wicks will form. This is the 1-hour chart that I'm on right now, as you can see. right? So long wicks could be, again, something like this, right? This right here is a nice, see, long wick rejection right there. That's a type of candlestick rejection that forms a lot on gold. And it really signifies a lot of times stop losses, liquidity. Like usually it's the type of movement, you know, when you're in a trade and you lose, like, you know, when you're in a trade and you get stopped out or the market goes against you really fast or it just dumps fast. A lot of times it's like that, those types of moments where long wicks can be created, where liquidity gets grabbed. If you've ever taken a trade, I mean, what do I mean? I know you guys have been in this situation. I know you, yeah. Like I know, like yeah. If you ever taken I was gonna say if you ever taken a trade and lost, and the market went against you really quickly, and you're like, what just happened? Like, and you felt that kind of like emotion of damn, like what the fuck, this just dumped, and you're just like kind of like upset. Those are usually times where long wicks usually form. A lot of traders get stopped out. So long wick rejections, and the thing about these long wicks is it's good if they form around psychological levels. Like here, I'm marking a whole number. You can see $4,100. That's $4,100 right there. That's a whole number, psychological level. So what do you notice about, for example, like this right here, this long wick? Look at the price it forms at, 4,100, right? I was just coming back. Don't mind me if I flip the screen. I'm going to be doing that a lot. So see this is a long wick rejection. $10 pips in profit. And that's one type of rejection. I'm going to go over more, but like, look, go down here. Do you see any long wicks that form? Like, can you guys see, like right here, can you guys see any long wicks on this chart? Now that I explained long wicks a little bit or showed you some examples, can you see any other long wicks on this chart with your own eyes, right? Without me showing you them now. Look at this part of the chart. Again, I'll keep the yellow one up there marked. But now look at this part of the chart. Do you guys see any long wicks on your own eyes? I'm not going to mark them. I'll let you guys see them for yourself. You should be able to see a few, right? Like this one right here. You have a long wick right there, right? You have one right here. You have one down here, right? You could see even one here, even a couple, a little bit longer here. So that's one type of rejection to understand. Very, I would say it's significant when we're talking about price rejection, understanding candlestick rejection, price rejection. Now, because think about it, the market, you have 24 hours in the day, obviously, so you're going to get 24 1-hour candles. In your day, you're going to get 24 1-hour candles. On the 4-hour, you got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. On the 4-hour, you got 6 candles that print in the day to make up that day. On the 1-hour, you're going to have 24 candles that print, right? Not every single candle is going to be significant if there's 24 candles in the day. And then you got to think on the 4-hour, realistically, you got just a couple, you know, enough candlesticks almost on our hand to count that make up the day, right? So if the 4-hour is moving a certain way, it tells me like, okay, like this is the direction. Maybe there's not a trade here. Let me wait for the next 4-hour candle, or let me wait for the next couple 4-hour candles. There's only 6 of those in the day, right? That make up the full day. On the 1-hour, you're going to have 24 of those candles, right? Not every single one needs to be chased, needs to be looked at as so significant since there's so many that form. You guys see what I did there? That's just understanding candlestick analogy. That, you guys see what I did there? How I added to my position when it came back? That's just understanding candlestick 101 right there, you know? That's experience, okay? Some of you guys might have that experience too. Some of you guys have seen me do this before. We're back. Let's go, gold. Or you guys remember when I ordered the food last night and I got rug pulled? Bro, if anyone was here last night, I ordered food. And bro, they literally rug pulled me on my food. I was so sad. I don't even want to try again tonight. Bro, I'm gonna order I'm gonna order a pizza. A large pizza. This shit doesn't come. I'm gonna be so upset. You guys see what I did there though? Everybody should be in profit now. You all should have got in. You had an opportunity to jump in. Everybody should be in profit. Am I moving? Oh yeah. We're back. See, it came back to entry. A wick down. That's okay. This candlestick has some time remaining on it. We need this next 45 minutes to push up. In 45 minutes, if this can push up, we probably have a good trade here. Like, I mean, it's a decent trade right now. It's nothing crazy, but I mean, if you're scalping, you can close. If you just want to scalp, call it a day, go to bed, wait for New York session. I'll be live for New York session. Call it a day. Maybe some of you guys like to full port. I'm just trading conservatively, so, you know, conservative trading these days. I got wrecked in March and April, by the way. For those that don't know. March and April is probably the worst month I've had since last May. Last May was a bad month for me. 2025 May. Yeah, 2025 May was a bad month for me, and then honestly, I haven't had like a bad month like that since like this March and April. It was a shit show for me, March and April. Everyone hated me in March and April. And I made the L back, but good old March and April is a crazy time. I don't know if you guys noticed what I did there though, how I added to that. How, like, you know, the rejection, like we had the rejection. I think I drew it here. See this? Remember what I said? I kind of said if this candlestick closes bullish, the next one could possibly wick down still. That's always a possibility when you get rejections. But like, what is rejection? Like, it could just be see these candles up here? See these guys right here? Like those little guys around like Sydney session, the Australian session, maybe like going into like those hours. These guys right here, little red guy right there, that's a little pin bar right there. That's rejection right there. Rejection can be just like small candles like this. We have an like here, this is an inverted hammer right there. Oh, I timed that very well. Notice that. That was a good timing. Damn. I hope you guys got in because it looks like we are gone. Bam. Yo, that's both London sessions in profit. Back-to-back London sessions in profit, guys. W's in the chat, yo. If you got in that trade, type in the chat. Show Discord. Show some love. That shit fires me up when you guys post in Discord. If you got in that trade, right? Put it in trading chat. If you guys got in that trade, I mean, I'll send a screenshot too. I mean, you guys can see I'm in freaking trade, but I'll put in Telegram here. We're already in profit today. See, fast. We're already in profit. Last night, I was there, right? GG. I hope you guys got in. Hopefully you guys got in. If you didn't, I mean, maybe you're learning something. As long as you're learning here, I mean, if you didn't get in, I'm not mad at you as long as you're actually learning, taking notes, understanding what's going on here. If you didn't get in, that's fine. If you didn't get in the trade, that's cool, but type in the chat. Let me know if you got in the chat. If you got in, drop it in Discord. If you're in, drop it in Discord. I'd love to see. That shit fires me up, by the way. Let's see. 41 minutes. Can this go? That's 2 London sessions back to back, guys, in profit. That's 2 London sessions back to back. You guys want me? Yeah, wait. I'm just warming up. Like, this is session number 2. We're going to be doing this every day. All right, until September. I guarantee you, after September, we're going to still keep it going. Just warming up. It's one session at a time. Gotta build the rhythm. Hopefully you guys got in that trade. It's a bit in profit. Nice move. We want the next 45 minutes to hour go up. And that's where it just comes out of time and patience. I don't know if I trust ordering the... Man. Ordered food last night. It was on the way. And then I got rug pulled. I need to buy some like groceries for these hours. Damn, yeah. Something like, yeah, like I'm in Colombia. It's not the best time to order food in Colombia, honestly, at all. Like zero. It's not the best time. I'm literally in Colombia. Bro, I swear if it happens again tonight, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna order food again. I'm gonna do it again. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna do it again. Hopefully I don't get rug pulled like last night. But yeah, gold. Oh, there we go. 70 pips, 60 pips in profit. Hopefully you guys were able to get in. Let me know in the chat if you guys got in. Let's go. Bam. All right. Look at that. Light risk, you know? Like, I'm not risking, you know? Like, if I lose $167. If it comes down, I lose, you know, I'll put it like $200. That's nothing. Light risk. If it goes to 41.40, that would be nice. If we can get to 41.40, 41.50 would obviously be... That's going to take some holding time. That might take some hours unless this candle and the next candle just shoot up. I could see this going up more in the next candle. Like we rejected bullish. What is a rejection candle? Like, look at the last candle. So, like, look at this candlestick, for example. That's a rejection candle, right? But yeah, hopefully you guys got in that trade. Called it out live in front of you guys. Took it live in front of you guys. Literally wrote it in the chat right here. Buying gold. Told you guys. I told you guys. There's going to be days we have to wait for a trade. There's going to be days. Can I explain my whole strategy? Bro. On this session, no. Like, that would take me... Bro, to explain my whole strategy. Like, concrete, structured... without being all over the place. It's going to take me a while. That'll take me a couple days at least. Or a whole entire week or month, honestly. I don't know if you're in the inner circle, but bro, like if you're in the inner circle, watch the classroom. If you're in the inner circle, some of you guys haven't even watched the whole trade breakdowns. This right here, I could literally sell this as a course. This right here is a course. I hope you guys know that. Like, those of you guys that are in the inner circle, this right here is worth like $1,000 alone. $500 to $1,000 is what that's worth. Literally, just this is worth, I would say $500. Literally, these videos. These videos are really good videos. Like, this alone, trade breakdowns, is worth a good amount of value. If you're in the inner circle, watch the videos. Like, that's where my strategy videos are at. Literally, watch that. I got some new trade breakdowns I need to record. I need to record like 6 trade breakdowns. I'm going to record one after this session. Hopefully this still goes up. It just needs some time. I would say it's going to take like another hour to 90 minutes. 36, an hour, an hour to 90 minutes to maybe get another push. Let's see what the 15 minutes doing. It literally came back to 41.25. Damn. It literally tapped 41.25 and went right in profit. So yeah, I mean, like, stop loss, people asking about that. I can't explain my whole strategy right now. I could literally spend hours just explaining rejection candlesticks. Like, I could spend hours just talking about rejection candles. Because you gotta You got to look, there's rejection candles on the dailies, and you got the 4 hour, you got different time frames. You got, I could literally just spend hours talking about rejection candlesticks. So like my whole strategy, everything, like the whole framework, no, I couldn't explain that in the next 30 minutes because I'm going to be on for like 30 more minutes before I get off. I'm not even going to get into that because then it was just going to go down a whole rabbit hole. Whole numbers, focus on the whole numbers with gold. That's all I got to say. Where does it get? You got to just, I would say where it gets invalidated is if we go like under this low, if it really tries to go bearish under the low. There's still time. It's fluctuating in and out of profit. You can see this is a good trade as an example of like when you're looking for a bigger move. Let's say you're looking for a bigger move, like a bigger trade, a bigger movement. A lot of times you can scalp into a setup. So what I mean by that is notice how I was up $230 twice now. I could have closed and got back in the same trade. A lot of times gold will give you that availability. When maybe a setup like this is a good experience to learn from a lot of you guys that trade gold and know how to enter. A lot of trades, like you can scalp into maybe the day trade or the swing. Like gold will give you that. Like you could literally see I could have taken profit and re-entered, use that profit as risk for the bigger move. Gold will do that a lot. So at times, like usually I'll close a trade when it goes quickly in a profit like that, and I understand like it was likely to give me a re-entry. You could pay attention to that with your trading. Like pay attention to that with your trading. Like you could enter a trade, it might go quickly in a profit. It might be worth closing it and seeing if you can get the same entry so you can use that profit as risk. That's something like to pay attention to because the more trades you take, it will happen. The more trades you take, it will happen. It will happen. I think it'll happen more than it won't, to be honest. I think like it will happen more times than it won't, where you take a trade. You guys saw I was up $240 there. We were up 70 pips. Now it's up like 20 pips. So yeah, it just dropped 50 pips. So that'll happen with gold. Like it literally came back to the entry and now it's back in profit. It's done that twice. So price fluctuates oftentimes even before it goes. We would want this candle or the next two candles. So really like this trade really relies on this I would say the next two candlesticks, like this one and the next one. If it doesn't do much by the next candlestick, like if the next candlestick doesn't go up, then maybe like a small win, break even trade, or a smaller loss than what, I would be prepared to lose on this. If I put my stop, this would be where I'd keep my stop loss on a trade like this. A stop loss isn't a bottom line though. It's not a brick wall. Stop loss isn't like something I have to hold every trade to. You don't have to hold every trade to a stop loss. Stop loss is like kind of a point where you understand the analysis becomes invalidated. Or it's like this trade doesn't really exist if it hits that stop loss, if it goes there. Not that I have to hold every trade to my stop loss. You guys will learn more about that. Like the things I say, remember what I said yesterday. Yesterday, like the things I say, you will see will happen over time. You guys will, the things I'm saying today, I guarantee you 3 weeks from now, they're going to be relevant. 2 weeks from now, a month from now. Everything I'm saying today and yesterday is going to be relevant on different sessions, okay? So like yesterday, for example, I was saying, because I know everybody was excited for yesterday's session. We had a lot of people jump on. And everyone was excited to trade live, get into trading. But there wasn't a trade to take when we jumped on. We had to wait 90 minutes, right? And yesterday I literally said, guys, tomorrow we could jump on and we could jump right into a trade right when we jump on. You never know. Like I said, each session might be different, right? So it's like the things I say, you guys will see. Like literally things I talked about yesterday are relevant today. It's like yesterday I was saying, you never know. There's going to be times where we jump on and maybe we're in a trade right away. Maybe we're in a trade faster than, some sessions. Yesterday I had to wait 90 minutes. But hey, I waited 90 minutes to make almost $800 yesterday. If 90 minutes, $800, it's only $800. For the account size, not a lot of money. But the time I spent 90 minutes, made that money. That's it. My ear's itchy. Did it? And look at that. It's back in profit again. It's been fluctuating. Like I said, if everyone's trading different accounts, maybe different lot sizes, this and that. If you see a profit you like, if you're in gold and you see a profit you like, you want to close it, you can. That's up to you. I'm going to hold this trade. I usually hold my trades a little bit longer. I usually say if you're like an OG here, you've definitely heard me say like, I'm going to hold this for just another 2 hours. I think like it's London session. So from my experience, like if it doesn't react in the next 2 hours, it's like, okay, I'll wait for another setup or I'll wait for New York, maybe look for a different entry. That mental preparation though, I'm not going to risk too much on this trade because I know that's a possibility, right? Because let's say I lose this trade, I want to be able to make back the loss at least minimally on the next trade. So I want to have that in mind, like understanding, okay, what if this doesn't do anything in the next 2 hours? Maybe I take a small loss. Maybe I hit a stop loss. Maybe I take a full loss. It's not always about, where's your TP? Where's your TP? It's about like how you manage things too in the moment, right? It's not always about the winning, the money. That's why I do these sessions to help you guys understand the psychology of how traders think. What's going on, Cheesecake? Cheesecake, take me to something. Cheesecake. Oh, nice. There you go. But yeah, we've been live. I've been live. How long have we been live for? We've been live for like about an hour now. It's coming back to entry once again. It's fluctuating, trying to find that direction. I mean, 3:30 in the morning, it's still like London open, so there's still time for it to potentially react. I would say these would be good TPs. Depends on how long you're trying to hold it for. Like, let me know if you guys got any quick. I'll answer a couple more questions. Like someone asked if I could go over my full strategy. Like I don't know about that. I can't. I can't do that right now. Like I don't even have the energy. Like I have the energy. Like I'm awake. I'm active. But nah. Like I don't want to go over the. Like that's too much. I don't even break down the full strategy on these public sessions. That's like I have videos all over my. Like if you watch like. There's a lot of YouTube. I have a lot of YouTube videos. If you go watch those YouTube videos, you can learn a lot through those YouTube videos. But I have a whole classroom inside the inner circle, like literally a whole classroom where I talk about different concepts and stuff. I have trade recaps on trades, real trades that I've taken, that I've sent as signals. Like all of these trades I sent as signals that go over different experiences, different scenarios. So like for me to go over my whole strat, like look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And that's Solana, but there's 26 videos here. I can't go over like the whole strategy, right? There's different components of the market, characteristics. So it's like sometimes the market's trending, sometimes it's reversals. Like these trades are different trades based off of similar concepts, similar confirmations, similar strategy, but the market looks different on the market's not the same on each one, right? So it's like for me to go over everything, like that would take me a long time. Like it would take me a long time to go over my whole strategy. That's not a basic question. That would take me a long time. These 26 videos are trade breakdowns of trades I've taken, real signals. The market doesn't look the same on every single one, right? Similar concepts, similar reasons behind them, similar confirmations to say the least. But it's not like the chart's going to be the exact same chart, right? So like for me to go over like everything, bro, that'll take me some time. A little dedication, right? I got videos, like there's videos I'm making right now for the inner circle, like so before I teach you, like there's videos that I have to work on first that I've been working on. Dun dun dun. I'll play some music. What's the song? Oh, I forget the song. Anyone remember the song? What was that song called? Dun, 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 dun. I forget the song. I didn't save it. It's just always here, but I haven't played it in a while. That song. Someone play the song for me. I forget the song name. What is it? Is it here? Nah, I can't. Nah, I can't find it. What's your favorite time to trade? That's a good question. I can answer right there. Right there, bam. But my whole strategy, like, bro, you're asking for too much. Holy, that would take days, weeks. Like, God, like, come on, gold. Favorite time? Well, I trade gold, so I don't necessarily have a favorite time. Because I understand gold like could set up multiple times. I honestly like Tokyo session in these hours. I don't like New York as much because it's super volatile these days, faster. Like the risk on gold has changed over the years. Thank you, Donald Trump, for that. Like 2 years ago, a year, even like a bit over a year ago, gold would range $20, $30 a day, maybe. I don't know. Like now gold moves so much in one candlestick or in one day now. So the risk is more now. Like the risk has changed, right? With gold. Thank you, Donald Trump, for that. Literally. Thank you, President. Freaking Trump. That guy has brought in extreme volatility to the market, to say the least. To say the least, Donald Trump has brought in a lot of volatility, to say the least. So, I mean, I honestly, if I were to say my favorite, I like these hours. I honestly like these hours. I like, sort of like, so, like late, not the beginning of Tokyo session, but more like as Tokyo session started. So I like Tokyo. I like these hours, honestly, because I have a good understanding of gold. I kind of like all the hours. Gold can move in New York. It can move in Tokyo. It can move in London. I wouldn't say I have like a favorite. Like I show up to these times. I like looking at the market Tokyo session when I'm at home. Tokyo session it can move, but I would call it pre-London. I like pre-London the most, so a little bit before London, going into London, like going into this time we're at right now. So I don't know why I wrote going going into London. I like pre-London session, so like later Tokyo hours going into London. I mean, it's about the set. Like, I mean, if I was on the charts earlier tonight, I wouldn't have seen a setup. I only seen a setup coming into these hours. I wouldn't have seen a setup earlier tonight. So that's the thing. Like, Tokyo, I wouldn't have seen a setup personally. For me. I see a setup now, like, coming into these hours, right? Gold is fluctuating today, or right now, fluctuating up and down. How much time left on the candle? 20 minutes. I'm going to stay on for like 20 more minutes, 20, 30 more minutes, answer a couple more questions. So like the person who asks favorite time to trade gold, like one thing you got to understand about gold is it's pretty versatile. There's a lot of volume, a lot of volatility in the market, but gold is a really big asset, right? Most people don't understand like gold is the number one asset in the world, right? Ranked in market cap. So it doesn't just move. It's not like Euro USD or let's say like it's not like AUDUSD or NZDUSD. They're like a currency pair that might just have volume more around certain times on average. Like, I mean, if you traded GBPUSD could move in London and New York, right? GBPUSD is probably not going to really move in Tokyo, you know? If you trade NZDUSD could move in Tokyo session, right? Sydney, Tokyo, and New York. Or if you traded AUDUSD, right? Like, USD CAD, more movement in New York session, right? USD CAD might be more of like a New York pair. Sometimes it can move in London, but like, I would say like New York would be where USD CAD's going to move the most or the best or maybe set up or maybe more important to pay attention to in New York session, something for like USD CAD, right? Gold, however, since it's widely traded, it's widely, you know, invested, it's a big asset. So it's not just going to move in New York session. Most traders think New York is the best time to trade gold because that's when everything else usually is the best time to trade or focus on, right? Not gold. Gold could move in Tokyo, Sydney, Tokyo. Gold can move before London session. It can move in London session and it can move in New York. You could have an entirely different setup now, like the setup we have now. New York, there could be an entirely different trade setup at a different price, different entry. So, I mean, it's like a Forex pair in the sense of like the technicals, how you could, like, the technicals you can understand. Like, if you've been trading Euro USD, USD Japan, GBP USD, you can take what you learned from those and still kind of bring it to gold, but you have to understand gold itself too. You can't just 100% trade gold like you trade Euro USD. You have to understand its volatility. You have to understand its behavior in terms of liquidity, manipulation, volume. In times of the day, like gold doesn't just move. Most traders will say gold is best to trade New York. New York is when it moves the fastest. So it can be very, like, you see how it's fluctuating right now, like up and down. It does that way more in New York, right? New York can have more expansions, more up and down, back and forth even. For example, this is New York right here. You can see it dumps, then it spikes up, and then it comes down, and it spikes up, comes down. So it's a lot of up and down, a lot of back and forth in here. It can be a bit more controlled in these hours. Like in these hours, it can be more controlled compared to New York. New York can be way faster. One of my biggest breakthroughs was, someone asked a good question. Just looking at my phone. One of my biggest breakthroughs was when I made $1,200 for the first time. When I had my first $1,000 day, that would have been one of my biggest breakthroughs was when I had my first $1,000 day trading. So that was a long time ago. And I was in the gym. At the time, I was actually in the gym. There's this gym called Anytime Fitness. And I would go there at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was in the gym. And it was GBP USD. I think it was GBP USD. And then I had one of my biggest days on gold was like 1800 on these gold sells. But I would say like what changed, like where I really like my trading like went from like where my trading went from like okay like up and down, some months good, some months bad, some weeks good, like I could see progress was literally my first $1,000 day, but it was like $1,280 I made. And that moment was just so surreal to me. Yeah, that moment was just so surreal for me that it just made me lock in such an entirely different level. That moment. That was a long time ago. That would have been a breakthrough. So I think like your biggest breakthroughs will come. I mean, everybody has different breakthroughs. Some people have breakthroughs where it's like you have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, it's me versus me at the end of the day. Or honestly, when you have maybe your first $100 day, maybe making $100 in a day is a lot for you. Or maybe when you have your first $500 day or your first $1,000 week, you're honestly, for me, my biggest breakthroughs were my first $1,000 day and my first $10,000 day. Those are my biggest breakthroughs. And I remember when I had my first $10,000 day, it's just I just went on a different level after that, like just an entirely different level. It's like all of a sudden I was having $20,000 weeks after my first $10,000 day. For years, just every week, boom, day, every day, 10K, 20K. I was making 10K a day, 20K a day, every day. Like it was insane. And yeah, like. I mean, your breakthrough, you could have a breakthrough like that. I think it's trying to push towards maybe having a breakthrough like that, finding that day, finding that setup. If it comes to you naturally without it being forced, like for me, it wasn't forced. It just came naturally. I wasn't planning on having a $10,000 day. Or I remember my first, it was $1,280 I made, and that I was just like, mind blown. Wow. Look at this. What a trade. There you go, folks. We're back. We are back. It fluctuated a bit. Well, let's see if this one, look. Let's see if this one actually fucking... Oh, there we go, folks. Almost 100 pips in profit. There you go. W's in the chat. Hope you guys got in. I've been streaming now for an hour and 30 minutes. All right. I'm showing you guys. What I'm going to be showing you guys the next 60 days is how trading can replace your income. If you're, if you're working a 9 to 5, let's say. For example, obviously the balance is the balance, but there's leverage there. I'm showing you guys how easy it is to make $300 spending 90 minutes. Same thing I did last night. Last night I made $700. Right? The 9 to 5 can be replaced. Not replaced, but earned in less time. So the skill set, if you make $500 a week, whatever you make at your job, the skill set is something you want to learn and gain. So that income, what you make at your job, most people have to spend 40 hours a week though. Most people have to spend 40, 50 hours a week. When I worked a job, I had to spend 50, 60 hours a week. I always wanted to work more hours. Most people have to spend, let's say, minimum 30 to 40 hours a week working their job, right? Look at what I've done the last 2 nights. The last 2 nights I've showed you. I've spent 90 minutes on the charts with you guys. Last night, we won a trade. Tonight, we're in a profitable trade. It doesn't take that much time to get yourself in profit, let's say. I'm not trading big right now either. Keeps fluctuating for us. We were just up. Oh, it almost hit 34. This thing just doesn't want to go straight up for us. It wants to fluctuate. I was just up $300. We were just up almost 100 pips there. Now it's coming back. This is gold for you, though. That's why I don't always spend like when I'm trading like this or when I'm trading on my own. I don't always just sit there and watch trades. Like I'm not sitting glued to it. Give myself a little time. Let's see. Like I said, that's why I said before. Even like I'm gonna hold it for another hour or two, see how it goes. It was just giving us that push that we needed going into the last 10 minutes, but it's being a little bugger now. Still got time. Check out the new YouTube video if you didn't see it the other day. I posted a video talking about my story. This video, like, again, I used to be just like you guys. I'm not special. I'm not more talented than you guys. Go watch this video. Doesn't even have that many views. Make sure you watch that video. I started just like you guys. Regular person, getting out of school, working a job, stacking up. $200 was a lot of money to me. When I first started trading, $200 was a lot to me. It was a good amount of money, right? That was 11 years ago. Watch that video if you haven't seen it. It doesn't have that many views. You guys need to check out that video. Check out the videos. There's a lot of questions you guys are asking in the chat are literally already answered for you in all of these videos on YouTube. Literally all the questions you guys are asking are in these videos. Crazy enough, some of you guys are asking questions that are literally in this video that I posted 1 day ago. Watch the video. Some of you guys are asking questions you already have the answers to. I'm not going to spend time answering questions that you guys already have the answers to. All right? Look for the answers. You guys already have the answers. All right? You guys got a lot of answers in front of you. Trust me. So I'm looking at the chat on my phone right now. And some of you guys are literally asking questions you have the answers to. Trust me. Literally, like, I used to be just like you. If you're just a regular person, what I mean by regular might just be your life. It might just be the life that was brought onto you. What do I mean by that? I mean, most people do what they do in life because they're told what to do. You know? Growing up, I was told success or being a successful person meant going to school, getting your grades, working up to go to college or university so you could graduate with a degree, so you could get a job, so that job could secure you a mortgage to buy a house. That's what I was told success looked like. I thought success was, managing a restaurant or being a manager at a restaurant or being a construction worker or, a manager at some company. Whatever. I thought success was, that path. That was the limitation around the world around me. The world around me and most of you guys, the world around you just has a limitation on life, on what they know is possible or what they think is possible. So, I mean, the life you live or the life you chose, was it even the life you chose? Really? Like, when you think about what you do in your life right now, was it, what you actually chose to do, or was what was just really brought onto you? If you think about it, most people live a life that others live too, And in this day and age, you have to think outside the box, because if you're between 20 and 30 years old, or maybe even a bit in your 30s now, the traditional way of thinking just doesn't work the same anymore. Like the traditional way of like building your career or building your life out in the sense of, let me go to school, get good grades so I can get a degree, this, and that. I mean, that doesn't work the same as it does as much It still works the same. Like if you want to be a doctor, yeah, you gotta go get your degree. You gotta be a doctor, right? If you want to be an engineer, right? But I mean, working harder to save to get by. It doesn't work how it used to work, right? In my parents, so I'm 29 years old. My parents, they took this path. Honestly, if I had to start over today and take the same path my parents took, I wouldn't, like, that would be 20 times harder. If I had to start over and take that same path, I mean, unless I wanted to be a doctor, unless I really want to be a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer or something like that, right? If I wanted to be a lawyer, right? Something like that, right? Like, I think this day and age, that traditional way of thinking isn't going to get you as far ahead 5, 10 years from now. It's just a lot harder. Think about it. Like, my parents were able to afford a home. Most people can't afford a home. Like, my parents were able to, the path that they went on allowed them to actually afford a home. These days, like, that path doesn't make as much sense, I think, for me. So, I mean, you got to think outside the box, maybe learn a skill set, a digital skill set. You could be a quiet, simple person and have a real good skill set of trading, and you still work a job. Both would be beneficial, making another source of income. I think, like, saving a paycheck to get by is going to be, like, a lot harder these days, right? It already is. I can see it. So, I mean, I used to be just like you guys, a lot of you guys. I just thought differently about money, how I perceived the things around me. Most people live the life that, was kind of just given to them, in the sense of, like, this is what you need to do because this is what everybody does. When I got into trading, everybody around me said, you can't do that. Only successful people do that. When I got into the world of trading, investing, cryptocurrency, trading, this whole life, everyone around me said, only successful people do that. You can't do that. Only successful people do that. That's what everybody around me thought, but everybody around me everyone around me had limitations to what they were perceived in the world. What the world told them, what was passed down onto them. So, like, your limitations, and that's why, like, who you surround yourself with is key. Because, like, the people you surround yourself with, they have their own limitations, right? On life, what they believe in this. So, like, if you're not surrounded by people who have vision or have a desire to go farther in life or think outside the box or want more out of life, then you might just, be the average of who you're really surrounded by. So, I mean, like, who you surround yourself with is key. So you can start, expanding your horizons. Because, again, think about it. When I started trading, everyone around me, my peers, my friends, my family, my workers, my co-workers, my boss, they all said the same thing. They said only successful people do that. They said business, investing, trading, making money, becoming a millionaire, only successful people do that. That makes no sense at all, because no one was successful when they started, right? The guy you look at, the guy and girl you look up to, they were not successful when they started. They were here before it became a reality. That's the difference, right? Anyone who became successful was successful here in their mind, right? Anybody who is a millionaire, anyone who is a millionaire was most likely a millionaire in their mind before they became a millionaire. Now, do you need to become a millionaire to get ahead in life? Not necessarily, right? Do you need to be a millionaire to be good at this? Or do you need to be a millionaire to live more leisure, have more time, have more freedom? Not necessarily. You don't need to be a millionaire in this. If you're working a full-time career, you have a full-time job, right? You're working 40, 50 hours a week and you have your paycheck. This skill set can make that too, right? Imagine if you had a skill set acquired that could just make what you make at work, just spending 90% less time doing it, right? Imagine if you could spend 5 hours a week, let's say 5 to 10 hours a week, aka 1 to 2 hours a day. Right? If you could spend 5 to 10 hours a week making that same paycheck that you make at work, right? That's what the skill set could bring you. Not everyone, not everyone need, like, some people think, people see trading, like, I need to become a millionaire, I need to make 6 figures, but that might be out of some people's reach, right? Making millions of dollars is hard. How many people online do you see have made millions of dollars trading? There's a few guys and girls out there. There's not hundreds of thousands of them, right? I don't know hundreds and thousands of millionaire traders. I know a few. I know a handful. I know a handful of them, right? Not everyone is a millionaire trader out there like it's perceived online, right? So I mean, if you gain the skill set properly, right? Like, you gain the skill set of trading 5 to 10 hours a week could replace your job income. It doesn't need to be replaced. I'm not saying quit your job, but I'm saying imagine if you could spend 5 to 10 hours a week, aka 1 to 2 hours a day. So, 5 to 10 hours a week, Monday to Friday would be 1 to 2 hours a day on average. Making that same paycheck, right? That's maybe some of the direction a lot of you guys need to work towards first before you start thinking about the 6 figures and the millions of dollars. Maybe find a consistent lane that you can acquire. Some consistency, some profit, some rhythm. And then start to scale from there, right? Why do I say that? Because I've been interviewing people lately. I interviewed someone 3 weeks ago, and I asked them what their goals were in trading. And they said, I want to make $1 million. And I said, okay, so does everyone else. And I gave them a reality check real quick. I said, okay, you want to make $1 million, so does everyone else. I asked them, have you made $5,000 yet? They said, no, I haven't made any money. I said, well, you want to make $1 million, but you haven't even made 1,000 yet. You want to make $1 million, but you can't make $1,000 a month yet. So you're going to be putting more effort in doing the wrong things then, most likely. Like, this person, I was talking to this person 3 weeks ago, and they said, I want to make $1 million. They've been trading for 2 years already, a couple of years. And I said, okay, you want to make $1 million. I could help orient you on how to get there, but let's first start out here at the basics, let's build a foundation first, because you can't even make $1,000 a month right now, or you haven't even gotten there, right? This person's not in the inner circle. They were considering joining the inner circle. They didn't join the inner circle, by the way. They should, because they're missing whole context and framework. They're trying to make $1 million. They didn't join the inner circle. I interviewed this person, I one-on-one, and it was interesting. They want to make $1 million. They want to make this, but they can't even make $500 to $1,000 a month consistently. So some of you guys, the point I'm getting to is some of you guys might be trying to do the most, and you still haven't done the bare minimum, right? Like, you haven't found some rhythm yet. You haven't found some consistency developed there. Consistency would be, okay, let me make $500 a month for the next 3 months. Or let me make 1,000. Let me find that bar I can grab. Right? I mean, your goals could be here. Like, I'm not saying don't shoot big. Like, shoot big, aim for the moon, You know, or aim for the stars, you'll land on the moon, they say. Like, have big aspirations, have big goals. I'm not trying to undermine your goals here. I'm trying to be realistic to build a foundation so you can get to those goals you have. But if you're not consistent with the small things, like $1,000 a month, that's peanuts. It's nothing. Really? If you're not consistent with that, what makes you think you're going to scale to 1 million overnight, right? So that's why I tell people, get off the social media, get off the TikTok, get off that shit, and actually lock in on a strategy for 3 months. Make a plan for 3 months. 90 days is all it takes. Or it really just takes 90 days to lock in. Like, if you spend 90 days correctly and you make a plan, you say, for the next 90 days, I'm going to wake up at this time. I'm going to go to bed at this time. I'm going to trade at this time. I'm going to trade only one strategy, one pair. I'm going to wait for my confirmations. You actually lock in for 9. Some of you guys haven't done that. A lot of you guys haven't done that. A lot of you guys, you find a strategy. You focus on it for a week. You lose. You jump to the next strategy. And then after 3 months, you have all these strategies. And you haven't even focused on one for 3 months. But you know this much. Some of you guys probably know more than me, to be honest. Some of you guys probably know more than me, to be real. And knowing more sometimes feels like progress. Like, I know all this. I've put all this time in to know all this information. I've put all this effort in. I know this much. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get better results, right? There could be a guy there, like, the person who made the student of mine, I interviewed this guy. He's made $33,000 in the last 2 weeks. He's an inner circle student. He's made $33,000 in the last 2 weeks, right? Not this. Where is it? Oh, I've been posting a lot in here. A couple days ago, this person, right? He's made $22,000 last week, $9,000 the week before that. He even said in this interview, like, I don't know a lot. Like, there's a lot. I just focus on just this and this. That's the difference between a trader like this and a trader who knows so much but can't get results. Because when you know so much, you go to the chart, you see 5 different things. Your brain's going to see things that aren't even there, right? And you'll be like dyslexic to the charts, really. Like, your brain's going to see things that aren't even there if you know so much, right? So that's the difference between a trader like this who's making $33,000 in the last 2 weeks. They haven't jumped around. They stayed committed. Because the thing about a strategy, it doesn't matter what strategy you know, right? How come, for example, if you guys know smart money, inner circle trader, smart money concepts. Why does he have millions of followers, but none of those people are profitable? Like, maybe like 0.1. Like, I have a group of people, majority of them are profitable because they focus on one thing. But you have someone like Inner Circle Trader, Smart Money Concepts, millions of people follow him. But how come those people are struggling more and more and more? It's because the information, there's too much. So, like, knowing more, it might feel like I'm progressing. I know more. I'm putting in more effort. It's reverse engineering at the end of the day, right? Because, like, you could know 10 strategies. But the problem is, most of you guys have done this for years or months. You learn a strategy. So month number 1, you learn a strategy, right? Week number 1, month number 1, you learn a strategy, you understand it, you focus on it, and then you lose. And you don't realize every strategy is going to lose. It doesn't matter what strategy you're using. You have the 100% win rate strategy, win 90%, it doesn't matter. You're going to lose. And if you can't handle that, trading's not for you. Simple as that, right? Trading's for anyone, not for everyone. Okay? Trading can be for anyone, but it's not for everyone. Okay? Anyone can trade. Not everyone's going to be a trader. Okay? There's a mental fortitude, a mental toughness you need. Most of you guys haven't spent long enough with the strategy to see it lose in different conditions, to see it win in different conditions. You have to understand, it doesn't matter what strategy you're going to use. So now a lot of you guys know 10 strategies, 20 strategies. Some of you guys know more strategies than me. I've realized that after teaching more publicly the last year. I started teaching on YouTube last year. So once I started teaching on YouTube, I realized a lot. And some of you guys know more than me, right? That's not necessarily a good thing, knowing more. That's going to keep you out of setups. That's probably why some of you guys hesitate, because you know too much. You're like, oh, but what if this happens? What if it goes down? Because this. You know too much. You have an information overload, right? Look at this trade. Why did I take this trade? It's still in profit. Simple. Not because I know the most. Some of you guys know more than me. Trust me. I've realized that after teaching publicly this past year. So it's not about how much you know. It's about how well you can execute on a few things that work consistently. No matter what strategy you're using, you have to understand, like, it's going to lose in certain conditions, maybe certain environments. And you have to... Oh, yeah, there we go. You have to let that be a part of the process. You have to spend long enough with it. Most people don't spend long enough with a strategy until they jump to the next one, right? We're still holding gold. What is it? 4 o'clock in the morning here. Could have literally got in and out of this like twice. Jeez. Now it has to go up. Now it has to go. Like, it has to go up. Let's see the chart real quick. Nice. 2 hours flipping. 4 hour. Okay, that looks cute. Dollar. Dollar's coming down a little bit on the hourly here. Bam. That's it, got folk. Oh, let's go. There we go. That's what we needed. We are in the P, folks. Hopefully you guys are still at gold. Look at that. That's 100 pip, about 110 pips right now. Live trading. About to be up 500 bucks. I'm up 500 bucks. Oh. Yo, it might hit TP. It might hit TP live here. 30 pips away. I'm up 130 pips right now or so. Maybe 110, 120, I mean. I calculated that wrong. No, your dream was to have a pizzeria. That's not small thinking. I mean, I think small thinking is just, people who don't think beyond their limits. So the point I was getting to, like, when I say average is a mindset. So what do I mean by small thinking? Like I just said, that conversation I just had with you guys about, like, what was passed on to me, the life, that was small thinking. Small thinking is not thinking past your limits, thinking beyond, I'm not saying if you want to open a pizzeria, that's small thinking. Maybe that's your dream, right? I'm not saying that's small thinking at all, right? Small thinking is staying within this box, staying within this ceiling that you only know, right? That's what small thinking is. Average isn't someone who goes to work every day. I'm not saying average is someone who goes to work every single day and works a 9 to 5. Average is a mindset. When I say average, I'm not knocking down jobs and saying stuff like that. I'm saying here, right, is average. Average is a mindset. Limitations, right? Oh my gosh, gold. There we go. 130 pips. It looks like it's almost at my take profit. Come on. It was looking a little spicy there for a moment, eh? A pizzeria, opening a pizzeria, maybe that's your dream. That's not thinking small. I'm not saying that's thinking small. When I'm having these conversations talking about average and thinking small, I'm talking about that box that you only knew your whole life, right? That most people know. That box of, I can only do this, or this is what's set for me, or this is the path I have to take, right? There's nothing beyond this. A ceiling, right? A ceiling could be, I can only make $2,000 a month. That's a ceiling. Thinking beyond or thinking below what's possible out there, right? There you go, guys. Close your trade if you like. This is a good trade. Like, you could close this. I'm going to be on for New York session. I marked some TPs. We hit one of the take profits. I said it came super close to, it literally almost hit 41.40. That's where I wanted to get out. I want to get out at 41.40, to be honest. It was so close. It hit 39.3. It was so close. That would have been fire if it hit it live on stream. I wanted to hit 41.40. So no, like, I think average would be a mindset, not someone who goes to work every day and works a 9 to 5. I'm not saying people are average. I'm saying their mindset is average, right? Like, success is what you want it to be. If you wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, you go to work, you're happy, you're successful. If you have a happy relationship, happy family, you have a roof over your head, you're drinking water, you have clothes, you're successful. Like, success is what you make it to. But I think pushing beyond the limits of what you're told to do is more of what success is. Those limits of, it could be your body, your shape, the shape that you're in, the physical. It could be physical. It doesn't have to be financial. It could be even physical, right? Because you can make a lot of money and still be more money, more problems. More money, more problems. Right? You could have a regular job, regular life, and be a happy person. Right? What is happiness? Happiness is more moments. Right? You could be really happy right now because you're in a trade that's in profit. Donald Trump could say some stupid shit. 20 minutes later, market goes down. You could be pissed off. You could have been happy. Now, 10 minutes from now, you could be mad. Right? Happiness is moments, right? Built up. Especially when you start becoming more successful, happiness starts to become more moments too. I find I made millions of dollars, so that's where I'm talking from. This could be a break-even trade. Gold, solid trade, guys. Like, come on. I hope you guys caught this trade. Tell me you guys are in gold. Look at this thing go. Let's go. The weekly, what Mal said something about the weekly candle on dollar. Like dollar weekly or gold weekly? I think dollar weekly looks bearish. The weekly last week rejected hard on gold. Weekly candle. Let's get this weekly candle to flip. Yeah. If the weekly flips, that'd be crazy. The dollar candle looks bearish. You have a call set with me today. There's so many fucking scammers, man. I hate these scammers. A pizzeria, that would be amazing if you my dream was to have a pizzeria, but how you say that? No, not at all. Like, I think that's a good dream to have. I never like like compared to how I grew up, I didn't think that was something that was like something I could have went for. Like I was just told like my life, I was told go to school, get a job, and work the rest of your life. Like I was told to be a construction worker for my whole life. So that was my box. Like what I was told, the most success was construction worker or managing like a restaurant. Being someone at a restaurant, like a manager at a Italian restaurant or something. That's like the most that I was told you could go for in life was like you got to be a construction worker, something like that. Like that's what I mean by like the limitations of oh okay, this is all there is for me. It wasn't until I started to do personal development I realized there's much more out there. It's like personal development, just kind of maybe reading, altering books, but I mean success, it's a broader term. It's not a one size fits all. Success to some people might be making $1 million. Success to someone else might be opening a pizzeria. Success to someone else might be coming home, the family's fed, right? Family's happy, wife's happy, husband's happy, whatever. Kids are okay. Roofs over the head, we have water, we have clothes, we have food. Right? Maybe it's taking a couple vacations a year, right? Success is a broad term. It's not making $1 million. And I know that after making millions of dollars, right? It's a broad term. It doesn't fit one size for everyone. Oh my gosh, Gold. It's going to be one of these. You could close, like, again, Gold just gave us, guys, on this session live, we just hit almost 150 pips there, right? This thing just missed my take profit, little bugger. I started entering at 41.25. You guys could have got 41.25. We're up 140 pips there. Currently floating 100 pips. Break even trade at this point, I would say it should go up more. Yeah, Mal's right about the weekly candle flip. If it can flip, that would be insane. So yeah, success to some people might be Bugattis, Rolls Royce, watches, lifestyle, travel, right? Doesn't have to be all that for everyone, right? And I know that after making a lot of money, right? What day? Tuesday, weekly candle flip. It could. Because like $4,000 held. If the we need the weekly to flip. If it does, still an interesting spot. Gold, like, is this gonna flip today or Wednesday, Thursday? We still looking for buy. We might be looking for buys Wednesday, Thursday still. What was that? Hearing shit. Dude, yesterday there was like a flying spider in here. I swear, this thing was like this big. It was freaking flying everywhere. I was like freaking out. As long as gold stays above, like, I can't tell if the weekly's gonna flip yet. Like, it's still Tuesday. We've been above 4,100. We didn't come to it, but we almost did today. It looked like we were almost gonna come down to 4,100 today. We're still above 41, which is like this key area here. I mentioned this area last night for anybody who tuned in last night. It could still, like, potentially, like, we might be taking the same trade tomorrow night or Thursday. Wait, Wednesday, so tomorrow will be Wednesday. We might end up taking another buy setup this week if this doesn't hold. Can this flip here? Daily. How many waves is it? Some waves down. I think the weekly will flip this week, but I don't know about today. I think maybe Thursday going, yeah, like We might end up taking another buy on Thursday. I feel like that's just my intuition telling me that. Spider senses. Spider senses. Because dollar, look at the dollar weekly. I think dollar weekly is going to drop. I think the dollar weekly candle could flip bearish, and then that will make gold flip bullish this week. If the dollar, that's why I think this week. Oh man, so close to take profit there. I wanted to take profit live on stream. It almost did. Floating right now, $540. It looks like we did accumulation down here. Like, look at what it did in here. It looks like it even like spent some time accumulating in here. Yeah, it already did its accumulation. Now it's like, ooh, dollar's dropping right now. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come on, gold. Good trade. Currently up 120 pips, guys. Solid trade. I hope you guys are in it. I'm going to wrap this session up. Break-even trade at this point. You can see where my take profit is. I would say this is like a break-even trade at this point because I do... If this buy doesn't hold, we're going to find another buy this week. That's the thing. Like, if this doesn't hold, you could try for longer-term targets. Just keep it break-even, like 41.50. It's close to that take profit. I did say it could go to 41.40. I remember there was someone who asked, what's your take profit? And I said, it could be 41.40, just like, you know, London session trade. I do think there'll be another buy this week, though. It's Tuesday right now. We still got Wednesday. We still got Thursday. We still got going into Friday. We still got more days. Like, I don't think this is going to be the Infinity Stone buy. Dollar, though. Dollar's been reversing since last week. Yeah, the dollar. I do think dollar's going to go down at some point this week. And that could flip gold. If gold flips on the weekly, then... If gold flips on the weekly, you could try to swing gold to 4,300. That's the thing. Like, if it actually flips, you could probably get a swing on gold to, like, 4,200s, even closer to 4,300. There could be a swing developing on gold, like on the weekly chart. Let's check out these 4-hour candles. Let's see how these 4-hour candles are doing. 33 minutes left on this. 4 hours are flipping. It's had a good reaction on the 4-hour right now. That means if the 4-hour closes bullish, next 4-hour could go up. Hopefully you guys are in this trade. I'm going to wrap it up, though. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to be on. What time is it? I'm going to be on in 3 hours from now. I'm going to take a little nap. I'm wide awake right now. Like, I could probably stay up the whole entire time, but I'm going to take a little nap. So I can be on. That's how I'm just, again, I'm adjusting my schedule for you guys these days, so I have more of a routine. I've been all over the place the last few months. Yo, if you caught the trade, throw it up in Discord. I would love to see. That shit fires me up. Literally, that keeps me going. If you caught the trade, oh, there he is. Yep, this is the guy. This is the guy. Oh, so scattered in there. Oh, damn. All right. Bet. Yo, if you guys caught that trade, throw it up in Discord. I'd love to see if you guys caught that trade. Throw it up in Discord. Put it in trading chat. Put it in there. I would love to see. You guys can see my trade, obviously. I'm going to do it too. I'm going to do the same thing. Let me remove these drawings. And there's my trade. I'm going to put a screenshot. I'm going to drop that in Telegram, Discord real quick. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Back-to-back nights. London session. We're starting it off the way we want to. You know, last night, maybe not everyone caught last night's trade, but I think more of you would have caught tonight's trade. You can close it if you want. It's a good trade. It's up over 100 pips. break even trade at this point. Don't let it turn into a losing trade. All right, because remember, we got more setups to come, more sessions to come. This trade isn't the only trade that you guys are going to see me take live. It's not the only trade that's going to happen this week even, right? I've already taken 3 trades live in front of you guys this week. I mean, some of you guys wouldn't have been on. Well, one of them was on an inner circle session. Never mind. Yeah, like if you're on, I did an inner circle session. Oh, damn. All right. I see some entries there. I don't even know how to say that. I was just going to try to pronounce that, and I'm not even going to try. Never mind. Hopefully you guys caught that trade. Throw it up in Discord if you can. Oh, damn, shorty. Oh, damn, Alex. All right. Over $300 right there. Going back to back. I think I spelled profits wrong. I don't even know. Bro, is it gonna hit the TP? Like, oh my gosh. Who just sold? It's pretty much at that TP. You could try to hold it to 41.50. Like if you're trying to look for like a bigger move, 41.50, 41.45. It almost hit TP right there. Holy. Came close again. Good trade, solid trade though. Don't let a winning trade turn into a losing trade. Remember, there's going to be more trades. If you want to close the trade, take profit, call it a day. What time is it? I'm going to be back on in 3 hours from now. Exactly 3 hours from now. All right. That's it for me. Pretty much break even trade at this point. Again, if you want to close it out, it's up to you. I'll be back on 3 hours from now to see where the market's at. That's going to be it for me. Another London session W today. And yeah, gold just moved almost 150 pips for us there. I'm out. I hope you guys enjoyed the session, learned. If you didn't take the trade, that's okay. I hope you learned something at least and are learning more about understanding gold. I'll see you guys next session.